I'm Dr. Steve Smith. I'm a researcher at the University of Oxford, where I help lead the Oxford Net Zero Initiative. I'm studying how we're actually going to achieve net zero emissions. That means bringing all our greenhouse gas emissions down to zero, or if we can't quite get them down to zero, also using ways of removing those greenhouse gases out of the air to get to net zero. Now, loads of countries and companies and other organisations are pledging to get to net zero emissions now, but a lot of them don't entirely understand what that means or how to do it. So I'm looking at strategies and actions and targets for how we can best do that. And one of the really fun things is that I get to work with a whole mix of experts in my current job. I get to talk to climate scientists, work with lawyers, ecologists, geologists, economists, and business experts. Well, pretty much as far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a scientist. So at school at A-level, I studied maths and physics and chemistry, and then I studied physics at university. Climate change was emerging as an issue around then. So I did my PhD in cloud physics, atmospheric science. And I think having that grounding, that ability to do numbers and maths and physics really helped me with my career. And also then I got an internship in Parliament actually to help write a document for MPs. And I was really lucky when I finished my PhD that the UK government was creating a new climate change law for the UK, and they were creating this new expert committee called the Committee on Climate Change to advise on what the government should be doing to tackle climate change. And I got a job as a scientist at the Committee on Climate Change. Now I'm at the University of Oxford, but still working a lot with policymakers and still trying to communicate to non-experts the kind of findings from climate science. So we know from climate science that in order to stabilise global temperatures and stop them from going up, as they are now, we need to cut our emissions all the way down to net zero. And we've got to do that really quickly. So there's a real need for science to keep us up to date on those targets and let us know if they need to change. But also there's a real need to take that science and translate it to people who aren't scientists, to the people who are the political leaders, the business leaders and individuals, to help them understand that and turn it into actionable information to help them be part of the solution. Well, it's hard to beat the day I sat in the House of Lords during the debate which confirmed that the UK was going to set a target of getting to net zero emissions by 2050. I was sitting on a very small and uncomfortable wooden bench in the corner as one of the government staff who was supporting the minister who was leading the debate. I helped to lead the team of climate scientists at the time in government. I love science. I love understanding new things and connecting ideas together and explaining them to people. This isn't really the career path that I imagined or predicted when I started out, but I've just tried to learn and understand what I enjoy and what's important to me and apply that at every next step and work hard and then see where the opportunities lead. I think that'll look different for different people, but that's great. Everyone's got different skills and different situations, but we can all make a positive difference.